Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For the supportive oracle cards, Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards by these people in the back, which I don't want to butcher the name. But if you look up Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards online, you'll easily find them. I believe Amazon does sell them, Amazon.com. All right, Aries. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. That's it? Okay. No? Leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Alright, this is all about you. All about you. So you're making a decision, is kind of what I'm thinking here. What do you got? Strength, you got Fledgling, and you got the High Priestess of Fire. Fire, Aries, Aries is fire. So this seems to be very conducive. You're making decisions. And I feel like when you're going into this situation, I have an Aries, my moon is Aries, just to be on the level about that. So what I'm feeling from this, and I'm feeling like this is how I've gone into things, maybe you're better. You feel very confident with something. You feel a lot of strength. You get an overview of a situation, and you're like, I got the gist of it. So I know what I'm going to do with it. I know what I want to do with it. But you got the Fledgling here saying you have a good outline, but there's a lot, like you have a good outline, but all the pieces, like everything that builds up these, like if you have an outline of like this is going to happen, then this, then this, then this, like what fills in these spots, like the details aren't completely defined. But you're kind of looking at this like, no, I got this. This shouldn't be that bad. I got an outline of what I need to do. I just go through the thing and I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen as I go. But the Fledgling is telling me there's a lot left to learn here. And you have a good start. You have a good head on your shoulders. You're seeing success coming forward, and you're feeling confident with that. But they're saying there's going to be a lot of information you're going to have to fill in as you go. And the strength here with the High Priestess of Fire is kind of like you're very determined to make this work out. And I do see that you're going to have some issues going forward, so you're going to kind of have to learn as you go. And they're trying to give you a heads up with this. Like if you see that going into this, your level of success could be greater. You have success coming your way, but it's kind of like, at the end of the day, do you want to make $1,000 or do you want to make $10,000? You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like if you see this coming in, if you're prepared a little more, like I'm going to have to fill this in as I go. I need to keep my eyes open and realize there's a lot here I don't know that's going to definitely affect the situation. It won't hold you back as much, and you'll hit that 10,000 mark instead of being kind of stunted at the 1,000. 1,000 is still good, don't get me wrong, but you definitely want the 10,000. I mean, not for nothing. If you're going to go into this looking to make money to begin with, the more you can make, the better it is. That's your whole goal anyway. You know what I mean? That's how this is equating in. All right, so we're coming into this next spot. Because what I'm getting here, you do have the success card, the Six of Wands. Yes, success. But some of this is going to drop away is what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting with the Six of Swords. Whatever you're doing here, the original plan, the outline does stay the same. But the way you plan to handle it, like the details you're expecting to fill in as you go forward, as you kick this off, are going to change. The outline, yes, the outline stays the same. This has to be done, that has to be done, that has to be done. That outline stays the same. It's the way you're going to do it is going to change. And you're going to have to abandon some things is what I'm getting with the Six of Swords. And I'm trying to understand, like, it's almost like some of the processes are, like, if you were going to make a bakery, you were going to do cookies, cakes, and pies, you're just kind of like, I think we're just going to have to downgrade it to cakes. Because these other two things, there's not enough room, there's not enough time, and, you know, the pie dough alone is really becoming a pain in the butt, and it's just, we're making crap, and we can't sell crap. Why would we do that? The cakes we're doing really good at. We're going to keep the cakes. The cookies, you know, I don't think we have time to mess with that. So it's almost like instead of 3 things, you're downgrading it to 1. Still making that outline, still sticking to the outline, but you're like, I can't be as ambitious as I thought I was going to be. Because by being overambitious, it's causing quality to suffer, and it's not working. It's just not, It's not getting people to really want to buy my stuff. Let's just put it that way for the analogy part of it. So some of this you're going to abandon. You do have success here, but some of the situation you're going to abandon. And I feel like if you see this going in, instead of doing cookies, cakes, and pies, you might be like, well, I know cakes are good. We'll do cakes and let's just try cookies. I feel like that's the easier one. Let's see if we can do it. Because you might be able to make cookies work out. You might realize right off the bat, pies are the hardest thing. The pie crust can be a pain in the butt anyway. Let's just try cookies. If we can do cakes and cookies, great, but we'll give it a shot. Let's try the easier one first. If it works, great. Because you might be able to do those two successfully, but I feel like if you're not seeing this going into this, you're going to try to tackle the hardest one first to like achieve that success, and it's not going to work is what I'm getting. But part of this is going to be successful. So some of this is going to drop away either way. Just be aware of that. And I feel like if you see that going into it, like, you know what, not all of this is going to fly. I know the cakes are already secure. The cookies seem easy. Let's see if we can make the cookies happen. And if we can, we'll keep those. Because I feel like if you see it going in, you won't beat yourself up so much. You won't, strain the situation. You'll be like, let's try a little extra and see if that works. And if that works, great. Let's just keep moving. I think that works. For the people that's going to hit with, I feel like that's going to click. Like you're going to realize, okay, let's not overdo it. Let's see. Let's try to do a little extra, but let's do a little bit extra that's not going to be the most taxing. Let's not tackle the biggest hurdle first. Let's downgrade it a bit and just do what we know will work. We'll keep what will work, and we'll add something a little easy with it to see if we can add a little extra profit in there. Okay, have we explained it 50,000 times? Probably. Okay. You got the King of Wands. Don't get caught up in the gender, but this is you. Whoever you are, no matter what gender you are, this is you in complete control of the situation. When this keeps going forward and you've gone through this whole outline of whatever this is you want for success, and you've walked away from what doesn't work, you're going to achieve this when you've completely let go of those things that aren't working. Because for some of you, I know we're going to go back to that same analogy, and I think this is why we were going over it so many times. For the pie example, some of you are going to continually try to make that stupid pie recipe work. It's like you're constantly trying to make the pie crust work, and you're coming out with like cardboard, and you're just like, this is not good. I don't even want to eat this. I don't know who else would. And you're constantly going at it, constantly going at it, constantly going at it. Not until you drop that and let it go, because I feel like for this situation, it's just not going to happen. Once you accept that some of this has to fall away, and you just keep what works and maybe add some of the simpler things in. So keep what works, add just the simpler things in. You will have success. You will have complete control. This doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to the gender. It's just you, whoever you are, having the control and having it completely working out. And like realizing, all right, keeping what I know works, adding some simpler things. This is my optimum success for right now. That's it. That's that. Success is at the optimal point for this moment, for this point in time. Because I feel like a lot of you have this overachiever attitude, and you're just like, let's get that biggest hurdle. We'll get through that. But I feel like that's going to stunt you. That's going to cause problems. So I feel like that's the whole thing with this. Stick with what you know. Add some things that are simpler than that in to get your extra benefit. Do not add things that are harder than what you know. Things that are simpler than what you know, and you will have that success you're looking for. You'll be happy at the end of the day. And I think that's where that's ending. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.